Jeffery Patterson. I'm the Executive Director of the Texas Catholic Conference. Did I come out bad enough?
He called your name.
Good.
No, I called your name. I got it out of order here.
Good, that's
Apologies.
fine. So I get out of order all the time, so that's fine. Mr. Chairman, thank you very much for having me here today. I'm representing the Roman Catholic Bishops of Texas, and I appreciate this opportunity to talk before the committee on SB 3. The Catholic Church has a number of concerns about SB 3. Our primary concern was the smuggling provisions. We thought that they were rather loose and would open up, particularly for Catholic Charities, St. Vincent de Paul Society, our Catholic churches, would be open to prosecution under that. Senator Lucio's bill, thank you so much, Senator, or his amendment to the provision, I think addresses that concern for the Catholic Church greatly. And so the church will be supportive of SB 3 with some conditions as all the legislators, as the senators know, there are times when we pass legislation and tend to forget about it. And this is one of those bills when immigration is so complex, the issues are so vital, that we're hoping that on passage of this bill going forward, that there is a review, an ongoing review to make sure that the provisions of the bill are accomplishing what the senators hoped. And that there aren't any unintended consequences, as some of the concerns that have been raised today by our colleagues, to make sure that we're accomplishing this in the way that needs to be. I've heard that some people questioning whether their faith or religion should be a part of this debate. And you'll find no surprise that the Catholic Church thinks that faith does belong here. We certainly think that there are needs about borders and protecting our borders and security, but we also think that there should be a component of this debate that looks at the human dignity, the safety, the health of everyone involved. Not just those who happen to be north of the border, but those who are coming from south of the border. These are human individuals, these are people, these are God's children, and they deserve the same protections and care that anyone gets. This is, the boundaries here are political, but this is God's kingdom, and we're all responsible for our brothers and sisters on either side. So I thank you for giving me this opportunity today.
Thank you very much. Senator Lucio?
I want to thank you for your testimony, Jeffrey. One of the greatest things that happened to me this last year was I had the opportunity to travel to 15 Catholic dioceses in Texas. You facilitated my travels over a 6-day period. I was able to sit down with our Catholic leaders around the state, the bishops and clergy, priests, nuns, etc., who came together to discuss immigration issues. And certainly humanitarian approaches were one that were discussed extensively. Faith discussed extensively, and I want to just thank you publicly and thank the bishops, the Conference of Bishops in Texas and the U.S., for all they do to address the needs, and I'll use it again, of the less fortunate, those in harm's way, and those in dire need of our humanitarian services. Thank you very much.
Well, I will tell you, Senator, the bishops loved having you. There was they still talk about your visits and the conversations. They were very appreciative of your efforts.
Thank you.
Just a quick question for clarification purposes on the amendment, and this is the only concern that I have, and I think this is you're a great witness to ask the question, because sometimes my only concern is that I'm familiar with certain nonprofits like Meals on Wheels and others that may not fall under the quote the church banner. It may not be a particular church, but it's a humanitarian nonprofits. And I want to make sure that if you'd be supportive of the amendment, not be limited only to church, but to nonprofits that are of humanitarian purposes as well. I
certainly would defer to the senator on his amendment. My understanding is that those organizations that do not have a pecuniary interest in engaging in it, so it does not have to be faith-based organizations. It could be any charitable organization.
Yes, it's not limited to
Perfect.
the church.
Thank you. That's all I was.
Not
Thank
limited.
you.
Thank you.
He's just testifying.